I'm Keith Becker from Dede's Rentals. Certain documents, in order to be enforceable, need to be proven that they were delivered to your tenants. The preeminent ones include a change in the terms of tenancy, a 3-day notice for non-payment of rent, or a termination notice, a 30 or 60-day notice that the tenant has to vacate the property. These are important documents because if they are not complied with, the court systems will actually support your ability as the landlord to be able to enforce those documents. But in order to do so, the courts need to be able to be confident that you properly delivered those notices to your tenants. So when you actually have this type of a document, as much as we love technology, technology doesn't work in this process. You can't provide this type of information by text. You can't provide it by email. You actually have to write a written letter. Not only do you actually have to create the written letter, it has to be written a certain way, and then it has to be served a certain way. Your choices in terms of serving it are that you can personally hand deliver it to your tenant, the person named on the document. You can hand deliver it to another person at the property, and that's considered to be a subservice, or you can post it at the property, and posting it at the property is considered to be, there's a layman's term called nail and mail. Now, when you serve such a notice, you want to make sure that you name all of your tenants, all of the adults presumed to be residing in the property, name them on your document, and just as a precaution, also list all other occupants and does. Now, we create and use a supplemental document anytime we have a 3-day notice, 60-day notice, etc. We have a supplemental document that documents, that substantiates what we did and how we handled the processing. As far as the courts are concerned, service to one named individual is service to all. So, we note on this supplemental document, did we hand deliver it to one of the named individuals? If so, whom, when, and at what location? Alternately, did we give it to somebody else? If so, again, who, at what time, and at what location? Third option, we couldn't give it to anyone in person, therefore we taped it or provided it, stuck it on the door. Now, if you do subservice, handing it to somebody other than the named individual, or if you tape it on the door, you also have to include a copy of that same document that gets put in the mail. We actually do that for all of our documents, even if we find ourselves handing it to someone in person, just to be comprehensive and make sure that we don't miss it in any instance. Actually, in addition to that, we copy the photo, we make a Xerox copy of the envelope that we've put in the mail. And because we use a metering system, it will actually show what day it was put in the mail. The day that you do this, the processing date, the day that you post it on the property, service or subservice, and day that you mail, that is critical because that is the starting point of whatever the measuring time is, the 3-day notice, or the 60-day notice, or the termination notice. So you need to be sure that when you create something like this, that you document it properly, and that you handle it promptly. The court systems will actually assist you in enforcement of these types of processes, but you need to make sure that you do it properly. If you have any questions about how to serve a document properly, I would strongly encourage that you call your attorney. There are process service companies that will actually do this for you and make sure that it's done properly, or you can call a property manager. If you have any questions on this or any other topic, please feel free to call Dede's Rentals. We'd be glad to help.